16. Al-Wahhab, the bestower, the giver of gifts. Al-Wahhab is one of the names of Allah in Islamic tradition. It is an Arabic name that means the bestower or the giver of gifts. It highlights the attribute of Allah as the one who bestows blessings, favors, and gifts upon His creation without expecting anything in return. This name emphasizes Allah's generosity, abundance, and limitless capacity to provide for His creation. Muslims often invoke this name when seeking Allah's blessings, seeking His assistance, or expressing gratitude for His countless gifts. Allah is Al-Wahhab, in Arabic, Al-Wahhabu, which means the great giver whose blessings are freely and perpetually given. He gives with no purpose and expects nothing in return. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is truly the most liberal giver. He gives to the deserving and undeserving, to the good and the evil. The name Al-Wahhab is mentioned 3 times in the Quran and comes from Al-Hiba, which is a gift detached without conditions or prior cause. This name speaks to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala nature of being the all-endowing, all-bestowing, or the perpetual giver of gifts. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loves His creation intimately. He gives without recompense or interests. In Surah Ibrahim verse 34, and if you should count the favor of Allah, you could not enumerate them. Indeed, mankind is, generally, most unjust and ungrateful. Give yourself a moment to reflect, look all around you, look at the complexity of your body. We cannot show enough appreciation to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for all of His blessings. The gift of life, how each cell every day is at war, it wards off viruses and bacteria that want to destroy it. Yet here you are. Every moment we are living, and it's because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has written it to be that way. He sustains us in every moment, and we are unaware and unknowing. Do they possess the treasures of your Lord, the Most Mighty, the Great Bestower? Quran 38-9. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not need anything from His servants. We know His gifts are purely out of His generosity and kindness. They serve as a reminder of His love for all His creation. He even gives to those who might not be deserving. Perhaps they would realize that their Lord is showering them with many blessings and that they return to Him. This would be a gift within a gift. He gives so you can get to know Him, leading us to seek His approval and mercy. He said, "My Lord, forgive me and grant me a kingdom such as will not belong to anyone after me. Indeed, you are the bestower." Quran 38-35. This name should also make us realize that our success is only through Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Whatever good you do, who inspired that impulse within you? Who records and rewards the good one does? It's all from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He is not obliged in any way, and He does whatever He wishes. But through learning about Allah's divine names, we learn about His justice, generosity, and abundance, as well as His care, love, and forgiveness. These are all gifts of Al-Wahhab. Upon further reflection on this name, we may also realize that any inherent skills/qualities we have are also a gift from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Don't let your nafs, i.e., ego, intrude and take control over your heart. We do that in part by remaining thankful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala because we did nothing to be deserving of His gifts. He just gives, period. No questions asked, no please sign here on the dotted line. He then leaves us with a choice to take it for granted or to be grateful. It's on us to see His kindness and His mercy. The name Al-Wahhab can also be understood through tafsir, which refers to the interpretation and explanation of the Quran. In the context of Al-Wahhab, scholars provide additional insights into the meaning and significance of this name of Allah. 1. Bestower of spiritual and material gifts. Al-Wahhab is seen as the one who grants both spiritual and material blessings to humanity. This includes guidance, knowledge, wisdom, provisions, and various forms of sustenance. It signifies that Allah is the ultimate source of all gifts and blessings in this world. 2. Recognition of divine benevolence. This name encourages believers to recognize and acknowledge the benevolence of Allah in their lives. It serves as a reminder that everything we have, both in terms of material possessions and spiritual well-being, ultimately comes from Allah's grace and is given to us as a gift. 3. Developing generosity and giving. As Allah is Al-Wahhab, believers are encouraged to reflect this attribute in their own lives by being generous and giving to others. They are reminded that just as Allah bestows upon them, they should also bestow upon others, whether it be through acts of charity, kindness, or sharing knowledge. 4. Seeking from the provider. When faced with challenges or in need, believers are encouraged to turn to Allah, the bestower, seeking His assistance and support. This includes seeking forgiveness, guidance, sustenance, and help in times of difficulty, recognizing that Allah has the power to provide and fulfill their needs. Overall, the name Al-Wahhab represents the divine attribute of Allah as the ultimate giver of gifts. It emphasizes the recognition of His generosity, the encouragement to be generous ourselves, and the reliance on Him as the provider of all our needs.